3DO.
Aloha, this is the Green Living Mr. T, and welcome to BattleTanx Challenge Run, where the challenge run is we're doing Mototanks only. Okay, so real quick, I've got to talk about the fact that this is not the first time I've tried to record this. Technically, it is the fourth time I've tried to record this. The first time was like months ago at this point. Maybe 2 months. Where I just picked up the game. Actually, then it would be more than 2 months. Whenever I picked up this game, when I did a Pokémon Snap challenge run. When I did that, I picked up the game, just hopped into it, see what would happen. I moved like 3 seconds into the level, and I died. So I said, oh, I should probably do a practice run of this game. This game's hard enough as it is. So I did the practice run. Now, here I am again. I got it ready. I was playing the game. I was better at the game. I knew where stuff mostly was. And, you know, I thought maybe the challenges are still a little bit easy. In fact, during the practice run I did of the game, I thought I should also make the challenge harder. But then I went ahead and made the challenge even harder again after starting the challenge. And then I went and recorded that, except I'm using a new recording setup for the game since my Elgato has been having issues lately when recording with it, where it gets hiccups, and you know, it also just disconnects easily. That's always been an issue, but I decided that I would just use my Elgato to to display the game on my computer. And then I would just record it using Movavi, or as I like to call it, Movi. Or I guess that's what I've nicknamed it. It's also what I like to call it. Whatever. So I'm using Movavi to record what is being displayed by the Elgato, and it had no issues. So this solves my issue of game being hicked up, the recording suddenly stopping, just everything. I know I haven't I've been talking about the game at all, but I'm almost done. So when I use the Elgato for stuff, my old Elgato, which at this point is just going to be N64 games and Xbox games, I use a magnifier tool because, you know, the screen's small. And I have all of this space on my screen. Why not zoom in and have it mostly full screen while I'm playing? It has a very weird interaction with Movavi, and it then, despite the fact that the display of what's being recorded on the screen doesn't change, it still zooms in on the area of the screen that is zoomed in on. So I have like 5 hours of footage at this point. It's actually it's watchable in the sense that you can tell stuff is happening. It's not a great watch, but I'm probably gonna try and look through it and see what highlights I can make of it, because I don't think watching the entire thing is really worth your time. But maybe some funny stuff happened. Yes, definitely funny stuff happened. It was a mess. This whole challenge is really hard. For that, I get some great enjoyment out of it, and freaking out a lot. So I kind of want to capture that and be able to provide that to you, the nice viewer, at a later date. I am just right now want to get something recorded, so I have something for this week. Because I have done, you know, it's all unusable footage at the moment. Alright, real quick before I start. This is a complaint I have about this game. This is the default settings for the game. This means you can't turn your head when you play the game. This means you can't turn your head. Why is this default? I don't know. Why do you not want the ability to turn your head? Okay. I'm mostly just interested in getting, gosh, what's the freaking code? Lots of gangs. At this point, I'm just very interested in just getting started. Lots. For this, I need to input the code you get for beating the game, which unlocks all the other gangs, multiplayer gangs, to then be able to be used in the campaign instead. So this is lots of gangs. You get this for beating the game. It means you can play the campaign using other gangs, rather than the default Griffin's army, which is based off, you know, the main character of the story. Also, for the heck of it, since I'm already here, I might as well showcase the other code you get for beating one of the bonus games. Any one of them will give you this code, and it unlocks an extra gang that doesn't normally exist. So this one is Women Are Smarter. You take out all the vowels to make these. Smarter. And then it looks like Storm Masons. Just showing that off for the heck of it at this point, really. Okay. So, options have been set. Yes. Everything should be ready. I just start. Sound is all done. Alright, so here's your normal Griffin's army that you usually play the game with. You don't have a starting bonus. All these other guys will have starting bonuses you start with. This is the thing that I decided to change after playing like a single level of this. I decided that having the ability to utilize the starting bonus item was too much of an advantage, because it gave it to every time you die and use a life, you just get that bonus back, which means you can just grind. You can spend lives to grind out items, which I did not think was good. So I have vetoed using the guiding missiles that you start with. And that's the only major change I just made to the run. Otherwise, I decided after the practice run that being able to take advantage of the Goliath tank, which is the big tank in the center of all these Mototanks, was too much of an advantage. So I cannot... When you have a place that you can defend, you get a Goliath tank that guards it. That every group has a single Goliath tank for that purpose. And I have decided I am not allowed to switch to the Goliath tank, because you can swap from your main tank to the Goliath tank at any time to take care of enemies at your base without having to rely on the computer, or derail the Goliath and then take it out for a spin. You can just take it out of your base. What I tend to do is once it gets low in health, there's power-ups like by your base So I derail the Goliath tank, I grab all the health stuff, and then just plant it on top of the base. And it won't be mobile anymore, but at least it'll still eke out a little bit of extra life. I'm disallowing all of that, everything. I am only allowed to use Mototanks. Also, a weird thing happens, I've noticed, is that on levels where you have other friendly tanks, as soon as the Mototanks die, they get replaced with BattleTanx, which are just the normal tanks for whatever reason. I think that's just an oversight, because that's really not supposed to happen. It's supposed to continue to give Mototanks as your friendly units, because that's the only pool that they should have in the first place. But whatever, at this point, I just want to get some video footage of this started, and I am sad, very sad, because this has been a real struggle to get through levels. It has been very much die over and over again until, one, I remember where everything is in the level that I need to know about, and two, mastering or getting lucking into successful runs. It is a mess, and that footage, it was my first time trying the challenge, of course, and getting all my initial reactions, and that's down the drain. So this is what it is now. I will have had some practice now for at least the first half of the game. So I will be employing that practice and getting back to where I was. So it should, in theory, go a little smoother. But still, it's a little disappointing. So, to give you an uptake on what's happening with all the cutscenes and stuff, there's a pandemic going on. Yeah, doesn't that sound familiar? There's a virus that only affects women. So, like 99% of women of the world they're dead. Man, this sounds like an anime that got set back. Except it had the opposite problem where all the men died. Let you figure out which anime I'm talking about. Getting delayed. Okay. So all the men are basically trying to. All the governments of the world are employing martial law and basically taking all women, based somewhat hostage, I guess. At least, watched, controlled, that kind of thing. Also, nuclear apocalypse is happening right now as well. So, welcome to the post-apocalyptic world. Oh, and everyone's using everything they have to build tanks for some reason, because, who cares about peace and all that? So, that's pretty much the story I have to know. Oh, also, these two lovebirds are in love with each other, and he wants to get his woman back because he's in love with her. So he gets a tank and starts blowing everything up. Except in this case, we're getting a MotoTank. This is a game that I played in my teens. It was like one of the first few games I got when I turned 13. And, you know, all the restrictions for T-rated games were, you know, removed from my, repertoire? Sure. So, hooray, we got through the story for like the 5th time now. I've explained most of it. Okay, so here's a little Mototank. It's tiny, it doesn't have a head, so we can't turn anyways. That whole discussion about the default settings making it so you can't turn my head don't apply to me right now. So, for now, I'm just going to try and beat this level. So, like, I already know everything that's coming, so, like, nothing's going to catch me off guard now. It's kind of sad. Okay, blow that up immediately. Okay, come over here, hide. Is this thing that... Yeah, hide right here. Okay, should be a tank coming along shortly. It's gonna go into... Yep, there it goes. Killed itself. Awesome. Yeah, so there was a gas station there that the thing ran over. And it blew up. And that has been my way of dealing with that tank from all time. Also, ammo is like not normally an issue for this game. There's an unlimited ammo options in the menu that you can turn on. It's actually like not worthwhile because like since it's not an issue in the first place, you're losing out on bonus points from picking up ammo pickups because they give you points, and if you don't have ammo pickups, you don't get points anymore. However, in this mode, ammo is definitely an issue because, you know, we're using like a machine gun now, and the bullets, they get spent real fast. And you use them for everything. You use them from shooting buildings down to destroying enemy tanks. Also, oh, come on. I hate it when they lead shots. I also learned that enemies somehow like have an auto recovery function or something. They seem to gain health slowly over time, which I don't get. It's like I'll be shooting a tank, it'll like get into the damaged state where it's like that means it has less than half health left, and then it'll start going back to above half health. And I don't understand what is happening when that happens. So I have no explanation for what is happening when that happens. But it does happen. Alright, over there's another laser turret that I want nothing to do with, even though it is guarding a nuke. Nukes are also an issue in this game. Most, like, special levels that aren't bridges will have a nuke hidden somewhere. Okay. And usually the nuke's a pretty good way of dealing with lots of smaller enemies on the map. You do take damage from it, though. And being that we have so little health, in order to not die to a nuke, we have to literally be on the opposite end of the map. So I don't care about the nuke, at least for this map in particular. It is not a bonus to worry about. So you can just forget the fact that I brought it up at all. There's a thing that's gonna shoot me. Yes, no, no, not really. Alright. So for this first level, my main goal really is to poke around in all the little cubbies, try and get all the little bonus points, because eventually bonus points turns into extra lives as well. But I also at the same time have to watch my ammo reserves that I don't go too crazy. So I can only break a couple buildings. Yeah, this one had points in it, so that was worthwhile. Okay, at this point, yes. As a reminder, as I said before, these 5 guided missiles that I start with, I am not allowed to use. Sometimes at the start of matches, as long as it's nothing's like time based is happening that's going to cause issues, I will just waste them by shooting a wall or something. Yeah, okay, nothing else is happening. Okay, that's the first level done. Much cleaner run. For this run, I've decided, despite the fact that I have never done this run successfully when I was younger, when I was attempting it, I'm going to make it even harder on myself. There's no blood in this game. Except maybe during the cutscenes. I suppose there might have been piles of dead corpses in the street after they all got shot. I've already taken a hit. Oh my god, I'm not ready for this. Oh my god, I just want to turn around. Okay, I'm finally in position. So I have to do hit and run tactics. I get in, shoot a little bit, then I back off. And that's how I fight as a Mototank. Really sucks. So it took me like a couple times to get that first level down. Now for this next one, this is our first bridge level. Our only goal is to get to the other side of the bridge. Where am I being shot from? This is annoying. There you are. So this is the sort of fighting pattern oh geez, you went in front of me. Wasn't expecting that. This is the sort of fighting pattern. Where are you running? I've yet to understand why the tanks sometimes decide to run away. I mean, sure, like, they don't want to die, I guess, but, like, they don't, unless they really do regain health by, like, or, like, have an auto-gen function built into them somehow that I have no knowledge of. There really isn't any advantage to running away. You know, you're not going to kill me running away. But, let's see. Okay. That didn't go well. I got confused on where the tank went. Okay. Where the heck is the blasted tank? There you are. Okay. See, there it is. Like, it had somehow gone from low health to normal health while it was running away. I don't understand how it does that. My thumb hurts a lot from all the quick motions that I have been having to do on the control stick. all day. But I just need something recorded. So I'm just gonna push through the pain. Okay, please get over here so I can shoot at you safely, knowing where you are. And I will be happy. Alright, back up. Stupid turret, go away. Where did the tank go? It doesn't help that the screen is also smaller. Okay, I don't know why that thing just blew up, but it definitely died. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and grab these. A little tip with playing this game is that if you pick up a health thing while not needing health, it'll become a pickup that you can carry with you. You'll see me trying to exploit that a lot. And it's also a reason why I try to not pick up health when it's not giving me the full heal necessarily. Okay. Okay. What's shooting me? Okay. This all zooming in does all it does is just gives me a little bit more distance that I can see. You'll see me do it every now and again when there's a specific turret I'm trying to find and shoot. Gotcha. All right. Okay. Definitely a lot smoother as well. That's all I really could say on the subject, unfortunately. Okay. So I think I've originally had 1 death on this stage. Now I have 0 deaths. Hooray! Okay, so now we have to go across a bridge. Okay. Blast it all, blast it all, blast it. Don't shoot me! Oh god, where are they going? Ah! Okay. Please. I can't. Okay. It's too many things getting thrown in my face. Stop wasting health. Okay, that one actually didn't waste health. That's good. When you pick up health, if you can heal from it, it will heal you. If you can't, it'll give it to you in power-up form, so that you can use it later. Understandably, using it later is a preferable thing, so that you don't, like, top yourself off when you're close to full health. Dang it, I timed that wrong. No! Okay. Okay, I didn't really lose that much, but I did lose a life. Okay, it's coming back, I guess. Ah, swarm missiles. Okay. I want that health. Without getting shot by... No! I'll probably live at this point. God, if that's a single turret doing that to me. Oh my god. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me! Okay. Okay. Blast it all. I'm alive. I'm very beat up looking.
Power up.
Okay. So that's just gonna have to be it for this episode. I feel like, I'm sorry that it's like a little bit low key, but like I've already been through the hell of this game. So I know at least most of its tricks. It's still gonna be really hectic, but I already have strategies and stuff employed in place. So if you want to see what my first attempts at this sounded like, it's not going to be up immediately. It might be something I do once the series is completed. Yeah, it definitely is going to be something I do once the series is completed. I'm not going to do it beforehand, but should highlight how hectic my first run of this game was. Once again, I'm sorry to be telling you this sad news that my first 5 hours of this game was messed up, but at the very least, it's like at least not unwatchable. This has been the Grey Language She. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It is what it is. Aloha.